Okay, so now we're going to be once again focusing on statistics in Unit 3. Okay, so this is looking at frequency tables, and frequency tables are a little bit different. You have to have your mode set up correctly in your calculator. Now, just as a refresher, when you change the mode in your calculator, you have to hit the Mode button, and then go down and hit Stat. Now, it comes up with all of this. Just hit AC. The way you'll be able to tell is this Stat button will be up on your calculator. But just because you're in statistics mode does not mean that you can do frequency tables. To do that, you have to hit Shift and then the Mode button to go into Setup, hit the down arrow, and go into Stat. It will ask you, do you want the frequency on or off? The answer is we always want the frequency on. Okay, so we're going to start by putting in this table of information. So we hit Shift 1 to go into Stat and put in our data. So the data is going to be your weekly salary. The number of something is the frequency that something occurs. So what you're looking at here is actually your frequency because it uses the word number. Your salary in dirhams is actually your data, your X. So we'll put that in 6700, 2100, 890, and 275. So that's 4 things. Now we go up, and 6700, there's 1 frequency of that. 2100, there are 4 frequencies. 890, there are 3. And 275, there's 2. So now we have our data and we have our frequency. We're going to hit the AC button and go back to the main screen. Compute the range. Okay, the range is really easy. All you do is you look at your data, and you're going to take the largest and subtract the smallest. So 6,700 minus 275. And we get 6,425 is our range. Okay, compute the standard deviation. Okay, to do the standard deviation, all you have to do is do Shift, Stat, go into your variations, and do this symbol right here for number 3, sigma x. And we get that the standard deviation rounded to the nearest whole number is going to be 177, and the 6 makes the 4 round up to a 5. It's a very large standard deviation. Okay, compute the variance. Now, in order to do the variance, I don't want you to push anything. It's got the numbers written right here. All you have to do is hit this x squared button. So hit that, and we get that the variance is 3149531. So 3,149,531. Okay, so let's try another problem dealing with frequency tables. All right, we want to express all answers in 1 decimal point. And if you notice, there's actually not frequency on this. So we're going to go into our stat and look at our data. We delete all the information, and when we do, it deletes both from the frequency as well as from the data. Length of service in years. We're going to put all this in 13, 23, 27, 23, 19, and 16. And go back to our main page. What is the arithmetic mean? So they're asking for the x bar. What is the median? So they're asking for the middle number. What is the mode, or the most frequent? What is the range, the largest to the smallest? What is the standard deviation? Okay, so now they're going to be asking for sigma x. And what is the variance, or sigma squared? Okay, so we got a lot of information going on. We're going to do the 3 in our calculator first because those will be very easy to compute. We've already put in the data, so all we have to do is actually put in the symbols. So Shift, Stat, go into 4, and the first symbol is the mean, or x bar. So that's our second choice. We hit equal, and the mean, if we round it to 1 decimal point, is 20.2 years. Okay. Next thing is the standard deviation. So we do shift stat. We're going once again into variance, and we're going to do 3 for standard deviation. And we get that the standard deviation is 4.7. Okay, now remember, to do variation, you already have 4.7 in your calculator. All you have to do is hit the squared button, and we get that the variation is 22.1. All right, now the rest we get to do without the calculator. The median is the middle number. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 data points on here. So we're going to be looking at the third and fourth number. Okay, the shortest time is Abdullah. The second shortest time is Smith. Now we're looking at the third number right here, which is Omar, and the fourth number, which could be Ahmed or Hafsa, it doesn't matter. So these are the two numbers that we're going to be looking at for the median. So we need to do 23 plus 19 and divide that by 2. Okay, so we get out our calculator. We have to do 23 plus 19 to follow our order of operations. We get 42 divided by 2 is 21. Okay, what is the mode? Now remember how earlier we found that there were two 23s, which means that the mode is 23. Now the range is really easy. You take the largest number, which is 27, and subtract the smallest number, which is 13. So 27 minus 13 gives me 14 years of service for the range. So this is how you look at all of this information from a table.